Hey guys, Generation here, no fancy intro. I just wanted to play around in Master League with my new toy, DIALGA. So we got some matches to go over, and hopefully you guys can, I don't know, learn a little bit. So I'm using level 50 Garchomp, perfect IVs, level 50 DIALGA with perfect IVs, and also a level 50 Melmetal that's a 98. Because I still haven't caught a hundo after all the freaking Meltan boxes I've done, but it works, gets the job done. But anyway, so I noticed there was a ton of like Excadrill and Melmetal leads last time I did Open Masters, and I find Excadrill super obnoxious, and so I decided to lead Garchomp because it does handle, as you guys can see, it does handle the Excadrills fairly well. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are choosing to not use Earth Power, but I find Earth Power to work very well. There's a lot of people using Dragon Tail, and I don't know, I'm just not about the Dragon Tail double Earth move, so I like to have that Outrage just in case I need it. But anyway, so we run into a Giratina here. Does not look like it's level 50 though, so maybe they just didn't have a level 51 built. So Melmetal should do okay here. I'm basically just trying to get a shield so that DIALGA can handle the Togekiss in the back, because you can get to 2 Iron Heads against Togekiss, but it can also farm you down. So you do really need to get or land an Iron Head to win that matchup. But we do get the shield there, which is nice, and we have 2 shields, so we're looking pretty good. I still don't think we'll need to use both of them on the Giratina. Maybe just one of them eventually, but we'll see. It looks like we're just going to go ahead and take the Ominous Wind. He decides to bait again, and probably not the wisest of ideas, but he also doesn't know that we do have a DIALGA in back. So once again, probably just going to let this go. No, we use a shield, okay. I was gonna say we might as well, because we only need 1 shield for the matchup here against Togekiss, but I guess just in case we'll have the Melmetal in back to get to a quick Rock Slide if it's needed, but it shouldn't be needed. Unless there's like a boost that happens with Ancient Power, but as you guys can see, level 50 DIALGA against level 50 Togekiss, you can get to the 2 Iron Heads. So let's see how that goes here. First Iron Head goes out. Togekiss is going to shield, I assume. And then we have some residual energy, so we'll just build up to this next one, let it fly, and that should be the end of that round. That was a good game to our opponent. Just looks like maybe they didn't have their Giratina built, but that's okay. So we'll move on to the next round here. Once again, you guys can see that I haven't played at all since my last video, so these are my first 2 sets. We're just trying to have some fun, even though the season's kind of boring, because it just lasts so long. There's not much point in playing. I guess the double Stardust is nice, so this is an interesting name. So we'll go up against this guy. So this is the type of lead we're looking for, right? Especially with the Earth Power. Usually they don't even shield, just kind of strange, but Mewtwo. So DIALGA has a pretty darn good matchup against Mewtwo, especially if you can double shield. Assuming a Focus Blast is coming, because he did build up enough for a Focus Blast, so I shield. But this Mewtwo is running Ice Beam. Now we can comfortably survive an Ice Beam, so we're not going to have to shield the next one. Unless he's like a madman running Focus Blast and Ice Beam, but we'll see. Okay, so we do get the shield, which is kind of nice. We'll let this one go, probably. Assuming that it's not a Focus Blast now, yeah, probably Psy Strike Ice Beam or Shadow Ball Ice Beam, one of the 2. It looks like we're just going to be absolute Mad Lad and farm him down. So now we've got what we want. We got switch. We'll probably just drop a Draco on this guy just to make it a little bit easier for our Garchomp to handle here in the end game. Draco Meteor comes down. Lots of damage, even though it's resisted. DIALGA is just a beast. So good. Okay. Superpower comes through. We're okay with that. Just bring in our Garchomp here. And they do decide to throw energy at Garchomp. Maybe not wise. Melmetal has a really bad matchup against Garchomp. There's a few like hard counter games that I've played where it's been awful. Where I've ended up with my Melmetal against a Garchomp or my Melmetal against Excadrill or something, and it just doesn't end well, right? So we're able to farm down here, which is nice. And now he backs out. So good game to our opponent there. We got a couple wins under our belt. Let's see how the rest of the matches go here. Of course, we do have some go battle lag in some of these matches. We have some app just closing out of nowhere in some of these matches. Make sure to let me know down in the comments how everything's going for you. How Ultra Remix went for you, what you guys are using for a team in the current cup. Are you guys in Ultra Premier? Are you in 50 Masters? Or are you in Classic Masters? Yeah, let me know. So Mewtwo is really dangerous for DIALGA, right? Because if they do land the Focus Blast, it's just game over. It's top left time, right? And sometimes what they can do is bait and then throw the Focus Blast after. So we had some lag there, so I do not know exactly what his count is, if he snuck any in during the lag, but he does throw the Focus Blast, so this should be an easy, or it would have been an easy matchup for us. And we did get a shield, so I'm just going to go right for the Draco here. There's no reason really not to, so Draco comes out. Let's see if we can land this Draco. We do get a shield, so he's now shieldless, which is actually pretty good for us. And I think that's going to put us in a really good position for the rest of this game. So Iron Head comes through, and we're farmed down, but not too much farm, which is good. So we'll probably go ahead into Melmetal here. Yep, nice. Luckily, worst he can do is Draco Meteor us, right? And he is out of shields, which is also really good for us. So we'll take out the DIALGA, assuming that the Mewtwo... Oh, it is a Garchomp, which is really bad for us. So we'll pocket some energy to throw at Mewtwo for later on, and just try to get this Outrage off here. Okay, this is the importance of shield advantage in Master League. Now that is a Dragon Tail Garchomp, definitely a Garchomp that I see more often than not. So we can shield here and throw a move, or we can not shield and just come in with Melmetal and win, but didn't want to risk it, so we'll just shield, throw the Outrage, and good game to our opponent. Love to see it. And perfect game, right? App just closes whenever it wants to. Let me know in the comments if you guys are playing Unite as well. I can give you guys my friend code, and maybe we can get some Unite battles in as well. Right now I'm kind of working on Palkia, just doing the Palkia raids, getting the XLs for that. So hopefully I'll get some videos out with Palkia on the team, and you guys can let me know what you think of that. Right, so we have Garchomp into Togekiss, so really bad lead, really hard to come back from. Luckily we do have 2 answers to Togekiss, but it's still just really hard to come back from stuff like that. And I think I'm already tilted because my game crashed. Can always tell when I'm playing tilted. So we have a Psystrike come through. Gonna throw out an Iron Head here. Iron Head goes out, and now this Mewtwo's put itself in a really bad spot because we can get switch advantage back. We can just shield, farm down, and then launch an Iron Head at the Togekiss. Then we can just line up our Melmetal with the Togekiss. Still not going to be an easy match. Togekiss is really tough for the team, unless we can line ourselves up correctly. Okay, so Iron Head's going to go out. I assume we're going to be getting his first shield here. And we do. Unfortunately, we will be farmed down here. Not the best situation, but we at least can line up Melmetal with the Togekiss now. Of course, watching for that swap. People love to swap there. Flamethrower comes through. We are able to correctly shield it though. And we're going to throw out the Rock Slide. Rock Slide goes out. We get the shield back from the Togekiss. DIALGA comes in, and this thing's getting earth powered, so should be a good game at this point. We will outpace the DIALGA, then hopefully it can kill us so we can come back in and farm down with Melmetal. Yeah, see, I stop attacking here. What I'm trying to do is get him to throw his energy and take us out. Iron Head comes through. We're still going to not attack. Alright, now we can come out and farm down. There we go. Now we should be able to handle the Togekiss fairly easily. And Rock Slide goes out. Super effective against Togekiss because of that flying typing. Oh no, I go for the BM superpower. Yeah, you could tell I was tilted after that. Just coming back to this game to play, and the first day I come back to play, the app just closes. Yeah. And so that's cool. Able to take that game. Alright, so on to our next game. Let's see what we're up against. You know, Master League, I do find it to be a bit easier than the other leagues. You know if you're going to lose and you know if you're going to win, right? So the mirror is tough because you never know if they're running Sand Tomb, what they're running. Oh, he's Dragon Tail too, which is really bad. Basically, Dragon Tail Garchomp will beat our whole team. If they end up shielding this Outrage, there isn't much hope. Okay, he does shield the Outrage. So this game, I can already tell, is probably over. And yeah, this is bad. So Excadrill and Garchomp, two Pokemon that are really tough for our team to deal with. We will break even on shields because we can get to the Draco, which I think should take out the Mole. We'll see. It is resisted, but this thing's pretty squishy, yeah. So we are able to take the Mole out. Still not out of the woods. There's a Garchomp on their team. Yeah. So Garchomp double steal. He's running a similar line to what we're running, except with a different Garchomp in the lead and with Excadrill instead of DIALGA. So it's a lost cause at this point. I don't think there's a way for us to win this. So we are able to get to another Draco Meteor. Throw that out. At least get the Melmetal low. Maybe we can get some farm on our Garchomp. Probably be our only hope here. Yeah, there's just too much health on their Garchomp. We're gonna end up losing this one. Come on, little Melmetal. It's really bad because Melmetal, I mean, it's not squishy by any means, but Garchomp has such high attack that Melmetal really does struggle against it. So we'll throw out a resisted rock slide so we don't debuff ourselves. Basically kind of hoping that we can get 2 superpowers off in the end, and maybe that's enough, but I'm not optimistic. Alright. So if we want to survive, we have to shield. Oh, so unfortunate. Now what I'm hoping to do is get a shield here. And that way maybe I have a chance with my Garchomp, but yeah, not looking good. Tried to get a little bit of a lead on the energy. Was not able to do it. So superpower comes through. Yeah, Garchomp's gonna go down here. So we should be top lefting here. Headed on to the next match. Good game to our opponent. I like the team. I like the double steel line with Garchomp in the lead. Just like our team, but he just had a better version of it for the mirror. His team just hard counters this one. Even had the correct moveset on Garchomp. Alright, so yeah, after tanking down and giving out free wins, looks like we are gaining some elo again. Even though we don't play too much. I think I will be playing more during Master League season though, because I do like Master League and the double dust. I'm gonna eat up that double dust. I still have a level 50 Togekiss to build, so that will be my next project. I got a lucky. Okay, so this is an okay matchup, but I always mirror, and they actually switch out simultaneously. So if I had known that they were gonna swap out, then I probably would have just swapped in Melmetal there, because Melmetal has a better matchup against Togekiss, but I mean, we also have a pretty good matchup with it. If we have a shield advantage, we have a good matchup with Garchomp and with Melmetal, so I think we'll just shield and we'll either get both shields or win swap here. Okay. Out comes the second Iron Head. So we're either going to take the shield advantage here, or we are just going to win swap. So yeah, he decides to win swap himself, which is fine, because we do have the Melmetal in the back to come in and take care of this thing. We can take a flamethrower. We don't particularly want to. But we can take one. I really want to save a shield for our Garchomp now, because we can just Earth Power to take out the Dialga if needed. So Rock Slide's going to come out. Remember that this man is shieldless now. Brings in a Garchomp. So this is actually really good for us, right? As long as we overfarm a little bit here, I think we should be able to farm down Dialga and have an Outrage ready. Should be right in that range. So there goes the Earth Power. Yeah, we can just shield here, farm down Dialga, and then launch an Outrage at the opposing Garchomp, take it out, and take another win here. So let's see. Outrage comes out. We are able to get to it, even though that is a Dragon Tail Garchomp. Big hit. And looks like it's going to be up to little Melmetal. Yeah, we should just get there. Nice. So that's another win in the books. So far the games are going quite well. Going positive is always good, whether it's a 3-2, a 4-1, or a 5-0. It's always nice to get some wins, get more Stardust, and work your way up. Now this team I also forgot to mention. It is kind of like a copy of the 2-0 Butters team, except no Dragonite, right? Still a really good team though. I do prefer in this current meta the Garchomp. So we have another mirror here, so not not great. At least it's Mud Shot. Mewtwo comes in. Now this is my mistake. I stay in too long. I do remember this match. I believe I get Focus Blasted. Outrage is going to go out here and get shielded. Now if I had double shielded like you're supposed to against Mewtwo, this could have been a completely different scenario, but it's a really nice shiny Mewtwo, by the way. Very impressed. That's one Pokemon I didn't really bother to get all the XLs for, but I probably should have. I'll probably just work on the XLs when Armored Mewtwo comes back, or when the next Mewtwo comes back, which they will. But, so yeah, that's a top left. Good game to our opponent, well played. He played that matchup exactly like you're supposed to play the one shield. And we take an L. So let's see if we can bounce back and get some wins here. See if the app won't crash. See if we can avoid the lag. Alright, so moving on to our next opponent here. Melmetal. Alright, so this is kind of the type of lead we're looking for. I go straight for the Earth Power. He does switch out into a Dragonite, which is a little bit unfortunate for him. I do decide to go for the Farm Down, which is, you know, it's going to cost me a shield, but I think it's worth it, just so that we can get that Melmetal into farm range. Draco Meteor does do, you know, quite a bit of damage to the Melmetal, so we are going to hopefully get a little bit of extra farm on it. So yeah, we do have to shield one Dragon Claw in this matchup if we want to farm all the way down. Otherwise, we could launch, end up launching an Iron Head, but that's fine. We'll just launch the Draco and force him to throw a move here, or else we'll just throw another move at him. Yeah, they start to get nervous. So hopefully we can get a little bit of farm here on the Garchomp. Looks like that's what my plan is here. Let's see. I think, yeah, so we just go right for the Earth Power. Probably because I'm sensing that he doesn't really have an answer for Garchomp here. And he doesn't shield, which is nice. Oh yeah, so we have a Mamoswine. So all we need to do is get a shield and we win this game. So we send out the Earth Power. Shadow Mamoswine is actually a Pokemon that I'm working on building myself. I have just about enough XLs for it, but that will probably get done after Togekiss. I'm a big fan of Mamoswine, and when Master Premier comes back, I would love to use one. Alright, so we're just going to build up a ton of energy here. Try to max out, get as close to 3 superpowers as possible, in case he shields the first one. So we're going to no shield. We can survive a Bulldoze or an Avalanche. He does go for the Avalanche here. And we are not going to bait, going straight for superpowers, because even if he shields the first one, the next 2 will kill him. And he just decides not to shield. So good game to our opponent. And that's another win for this set. So far we've had 1 loss in each set so far, which is, you know, not a bad record. Pretty good, we'll take it. Now this is one thing about Open Master, why I'm kind of happy where my elo is right now, because the queue time can get a little bit tedious here. Oh, I do see an opponent coming up though. So yeah, once again guys, I would be really happy to hear any questions you guys have on the team. I can also help out with Master Classic as well, because I do run Master Classic from time to time. But yeah, let's see how this next game goes against Damaging Noise 77. Damaging Noise sends out... Okay, so Landorus isn't a Pokemon you like to see, ever. Basically, it is one of those ground-type Pokemon that just can counter the whole team, right? Garchomp, Excadrill, and Landorus You don't like to see any of them, but we are going to throw the Outrage. Get a shield, which is good. Now Landorus can have Super Power, Rock Slide, Earth Power, so it has quite an array of moves that it can use. Looks like they run a Super Power set, which is okay. Now that we know that, we are going to end up having to shield one of these at some point, because he's just about at 3 of them. Because with Mudshot as a fast move, you get to him very quick. So here comes the next one. This will not kill us, so we won't shield. Double debuffed. Now let's see, what did he bring in there? He caught a move on something. Looks like a DIALGA. Neat. So we can just go in with our Melmetal here and just build up a ton of energy. And lag. Perfect, game is perfect. Assuming a Draco Meteor is coming in here. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of people decided to grind out the DIALGA, and you can't really blame them. So we'll Rock Slide, build up some more energy. Want to put ourselves out of farm down range for the Landorus if we can. And leave as little for farming as possible. As little for farming as possible. So I'm trying to get a shield here and then tuck away Melmetal. So I'm assuming that he's going to shield. And Super Power is a little bit less energy, but of course he doesn't shield. We do go ahead and bring in DIALGA. Alright, so here comes the first Super Power, which will be the most powerful. I was a little worried he'd bait with Rock Slide here, but he doesn't. He just goes right for the Super Power. So we will survive the next one and then hopefully be able to farm him down. And remember, we did save a Super Power on our Melmetal. Yveltal comes out, so we can throw the Draco Meteor at this thing. See how that goes. This will absolutely demolish this bird, and yep, he decides not to shield. Probably a pretty big mistake on his part. Now we can just take out the Landorus. Yeah, it looks like we'll have to come in and Thundershock down. There's the Super Power, and yeah, we're just coming in Thundershock down. Good game to our opponent. So nice, that went well. Another good game where we absolutely got destroyed on the lead. That one Landorus can just do so much damage to our whole team. But that's why I like Outrage, Earth Power moveset on Garchomp. So I have some kind of play against those Pokemon. And I really like Mudshot, even though it's not great against the Flyers. It does give you that play you need against the Steel types and other ground types. And it just helps you keep pace a little bit better because of the energy generation on it. Dodger 22 fan is our next opponent. So a Mewtwo. So this time I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to give the Mewtwo any farm at all. Just going to do our best to count how many Psycho Cuts he's at. Now he brings in a Garchomp, and I mean that's kind of a good idea, but if he's not running Sand Tomb, I can just shield through it and win the matchup. So let's see what he decides to do. Here comes an Earth Power. Well, he's at an Earth Power, so he farmed a little bit extra. So I'm just hoping that this isn't a Sand Tomb. Yeah, so he's running the same moveset that I do with the Earth Power and the Outrage. So now I can shield this and comfortably farm him all the way down and have a move to throw at whatever comes in. Okay, so we farm down. Let's see what he decides to do. See if that Mewtwo comes back in. Nope, we actually see a DIALGA. Shiny DIALGA, very nice. So we're going to Draco Meteor this thing. And I'm assuming he wants to save his shield for Mewtwo, so that's why I just went right for the Draco here. And we can farm this thing down. Maybe even get to an Iron Head before Mewtwo gets to a move. Nope. Okay, so we're just going to swap right into the Melmetal. Also a really good choice, because even if it has Focus Blast, we should get to 2 Rock Slides in time. Rock Slide comes out. Yeah, it looks like he's farming up a little bit extra over the Focus Blast, so maybe not the best idea, because he's going to have to shield now, and we have a full health Garchomp in the back. Alrighty. Should be the Focus Blast coming in. Yep, Focus Blast will take us out, because Mewtwo is a beast. Then we can go right into our Dragon here, and take whatever move he throws at us. We get to the Earth Power here. I think Focus Blast is probably the best move he would have. Yeah, probably Psy Strike, Focus Blast. I doubt he's running Ice Beam. Alright, out goes the Earth Power, and that's another game 1. So that was another good set we had there with this team, guys. I think it works very well. Worth the resources. I do appreciate you guys sticking around, watching the channel, watching my videos. You guys know I've been super busy with the newborn, but you know, things are quieting down, and I'm getting more time to myself and time to play Pokemon again. So happy you guys are here. I love y'all, and I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day. Generation out.